everyone. My name is Janaki Gooty. I am at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. And today I'm going to talk for a couple of minutes about the course that Karma will be offering in the summer, the course that I'm teaching. It's called Dyads in Organizational Research. So as we all know, multi-level research in the organizational sciences is fairly mainstream at this point. Dyads in particular are one level in that multi-level framework. But what's happened is over a period of time, Kenny, Cashy, and Cook have noted this. They call the dyadic level the forgotten level of analysis, because we have a lot of research, both theoretical and empirical, that looks at individuals, teams, and organizations as legitimate levels of analysis. But the amount of research that's accumulated at the dyadic level of analysis is fairly thin compared to the other levels of analysis. So one of the reasons for that, and the reasons for this course, is the dyadic level remains fairly inaccessible because many times it's challenging to think about conceptual issues, research design issues, measurement issues, and analytical issues, and in turn, inference drawing, really, when it comes to the dyadic level of analysis. So this class is for you if you are interested in understanding how to study relationships in organizations. So relationships between two people, between two firms, between suppliers and buyers, between organizations, between doctors and patients, between leaders and followers, all of these relationships fall under the umbrella of dyadic research, if you will. So what exactly does the course do? This course is basically, we're going to get into a model building sequence for dyadic research, which is very similar to what Kozlowski and Klein did in about 2000, where they offered a model building sequence for multi-level research in general. So here we will get into why, first of all, do we need to consider the dyadic level, right? So we're all used to thinking about research, multi-level research in terms of teams, or firms, or industries, or what have you. So here we'll take a look at what do we gain and what do we lose conceptually and statistically when we examine the dyadic level of analysis. Then we'll get into how do you conceptualize research questions at the dyadic level of analysis. We will also look into how do you conceptualize constructs. Can we look into compositional and compilational kinds of models, associations between constructs. So really the first day of the course is very heavily skewed towards conceptual issues and research design issues that are pertinent to the dyadic level of analysis. On day 2, roughly speaking, we'll get into how do you measure constructs at the dyadic level of analysis and the differences between nesting and cross-classification when it comes to the different dyadic configurations. And then we'll conclude by taking a look at the analytical choices when it comes to analyzing data that's collected at the dyadic level. So this course is definitely all about a multi-level perspective to dyadic research, but also there are other ways of thinking about dyads. For example, you can use SEM to study dyads. While that is not something I will cover in detail in this class, I will point you to resources where you can go look up how you can do dyadic research from the SEM perspective, or dyadic research from the active partner independence model perspective, that is Kenny stuff, or dyadic research from the WABA perspective. So I'll leave you with resources that allow you to take a multitude of different perspectives to legitimately studying that dyadic level of analysis. So just a quick note on the things I get typically in terms of questions that people have about the course itself. So the first question I typically get is, do I need a background in multi-level research? And the answer is no, you don't need a background in multi-level research. It will not hurt you, but you don't need to come in knowing all of multi-level research, if there is such a thing. I think what would what would help is if you have some basic understanding of levels and analyses, that will not hurt you. But here I will get into the details of the foundations of multi-level research, and then we'll step into dyadic research. So that the answer to that question is no, you don't need a background in multi-level research. The second question I often get is, do I need to have a particular kind of software program, access to a particular kind of software to take this course? And the answer again is no. I'll be demonstrating a lot of the analytical techniques using HLM, but you can use this exact same techniques in R, is my understanding, and I'll leave you with code. So you can go implement the exact same techniques either in R and also in WABA. I'll point you to some resources on Dave Kenny's website as well that are publicly available. So there are multiple tools you can use in order to answer these questions. And that's not limited to proficiency with any one software in particular, okay? That's all I can think of. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me. And this course is definitely for you if you have an interest in understanding and studying relationships in organizations. Take good care. Bye.